Hey team, today we're going to take a look at the Omaha Public Library's webpage, all of the resources they have to offer. And when we're done there, we're going to take a quick look at the NebraskAccess databases that are available to you. So we're starting here at the Omaha Street School Links page. We're going to come down here to the Omaha Public Library. And from here, we're going to go to Login. All of you have an Omaha Public Library account number and PIN. Mr. Majorca has those for you. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And from here, I'm going to go to the Resource Center and select Teens. Now from here, I'm going to use this left-hand toolbar to navigate to where I want to, what resources I want to use. So as an example, I'm going to start here at biographies. At some point in time this year, you're probably going to have to do some research on some famous individual. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how this can work for you. So I'm going to do a quick search on Martin Luther King Jr. And you can see that there are thousands of results here. One thing I always do is I always go to full text. I just want full text articles. I also want to eliminate this expander of applying equivalent subjects. I just want articles on Martin Luther King. So from here, I can also say I just want biographies. So you can see that from here, I've got a number of different articles that I can access. This one is from Great Lives from History, African Americans. This one is from the Ebony magazine. So there's a number of different resources that they have gathered together, and these are all very, very good, well-reviewed articles for you to use. So I can open it in full text, which is an online HTML, or I can open this one as a PDF as well. Now from here, I'm going to go back to the Omaha Public Library's front page, and I forgot to show you a quick useful tool as I'm backing out. So if I want it to open in a new tab, I'm going to either right click or do control click to have this open in a new tab. So from here, I'm just going to come down here to books and reading. This is a great resource. And from here, we're going to go to the e-reading room for teens. Now on this page, you can find audiobooks, you can find magazines, all kinds of different ebooks for you to check out. So as an example, gosh, Veronica Roth writes great dystopian fiction. So I'm going to go ahead and borrow this book. I'm going to check it out. I can borrow it for up to 14 days. 7 days is also available, but I always do 14 days. I can always return it early. So from here, it's going to ask you if you want to read it with the Kindle app. And if you have an Amazon account and you have a Kindle app, then you can use that. I'm going to suggest, though, that you come here and read it in the browser. So when you open it up in the browser, you're just going to use your right and left arrows to navigate through the pages. Now you can see that the text that I've selected looks just a little bit different, and I'll show you why. So I clicked in the middle of the page, and from here I'm going to go to this A, and it allows me to change the appearance of the text. I can change the lighting behind, but I can also choose a font called Open Dyslexic, which may be beneficial to some of you. You can see that it spreads the letters apart a little bit, it weights them. And it looks like this is the particular text that this book is using. In other books, you can oftentimes change that text design itself. But it's very, very readable. I like this. Now, as I come along, I might find a word that I'm not familiar with. So this one is reprimand. I'm going to hover here and I'm going to hold and click. and you can see that it highlighted. Once it highlights, I can come up here and I can have that word defined for me. So I can see what this word means. And then I can also come in and as I'm reading, if I come across something that I think, oh, I want to go back to this, or this is something that really stood out to me, and I might want to use it when I'm doing that video book talk or book review for Mr. Majorca. So if I come here and I hover, I can click and drag and highlight this. And I can choose what highlight color I want as well. And as I keep reading, I can also come up to the right-hand corner and I can bookmark a particular page. Now, when I close out of this, let's say I come back and I want to go to my account. I'm going to see what I have checked out. My loans. So it tells me that I have this divergent checked out. I'm going to go back to reading it in the browser. And you're going to see that it's going to come back to where you left off. It's really, really handy. So from here, you can also check out audiobooks. You can see that I checked out Children of Blood and Bone. I can listen to it now in the browser, or if you have a mobile device, a cell phone that you want to download the Libby app, you can do that too, and you can listen to it at home. I've got this checked out for the next 14 days, but I'm not going to have time to listen to it, so I'm going to go ahead and return this early so that somebody else can have a turn. Now, when I come back to this teens page, I can come to collections and I can look at magazines. They've got hundreds of different magazines for you to look through. News and politics, cooking and food. Oh, I can figure out what I might want to make for tonight. So they just have an abundance of different magazines for you to choose from. So from here, oh, I did it again. I didn't do a control click. So I'm going to go back to the main page, my resource center and teens. So the last thing I want to show you, you can see that there are encyclopedias for us to use anytime we're doing any kind of research. We can study for any GED tests. We can get some training for jobs and various careers. I can do research on a science project. I can also study for my driver's license exam right here. So this will take you right to the page where you can practice for your DMV testing. All kinds of tests that we can take here. I'm going to come over to the car tests. So here's our handbook, and it's going to give you easy and hard tests for you to get ready for that exam. So that's the Omaha Public Library page. If you have any questions, be sure to ask. So from here, I'm going to go back to our links page, and I'm going to come here to NebraskAccess. Now, these are databases that are provided to us by the Nebraska State Library, and Mr. Majorca has the password for these. So I'm going to come here to Databases for Nebraskans, and I've got that password saved. So from here, I can use Explora, which has encyclopedia articles, different magazine and database articles. It's just a very, very broad database of information on millions of different topics. I can also, once again, use the Biography Reference Bank or the Reference Center. First search, you can see that there's a number of different ways that we can do research and find information that we know is factual. And so once again, here's a Funkin Wagnall encyclopedia search. We're going to search on Martin Luther King again. And so from here are the articles from the Funkin Wagnall's encyclopedia. Now, when you come into this, there's a table of contents, and you can just come straight to a portion of this article, or you can listen to it as well. So I hope you're having a great day, team, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.